My name's not Abby though. I was like, kickboxer. I'm not Abby just yet. Well, I can't be Abby because I'm Raven, y'all. We're just gonna say it every day.
We back.
Woo! But we gonna start.
Hey, couch potatoes.
Hello, heartbeats, yeetas.
Welcome to another episode of On the Sofa with Lil Sonya. And my girl Raven is back.
We're back.
Very special episode.
Yes. A two-parter, actually.
A two-parter. This is part one.
Mm-hmm.
Part two will stream on YouTube and Spotify after dark. Probably tomorrow or Sunday after church.
Oh, not on the Lord's Day. Well, look, what y'all do on the Lord's Day after that has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm just giving y'all the tips and the tricks. Now, when you choose to implement them tips and tricks, that's between you.
It happens on Sundays too.
Your partner, I know. That's what I was like. That's between you, your partner, and your faith partners, whoever, and the faith. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
We got something very special today. Today is a special show. Raven is taking over the show, dropping some gems about sex, spiritual enlightenment, all that good stuff. She got a whole bunch of shit.
Now, and I'm gonna just let y'all know right now before you click off, I'm not here to shame you. I need you to go get a drink so we can talk about your kinks. I am very, very pro sex. I'm very, very pro enjoying yourself. But the thing is that my question to y'all is, are you enjoying yourself? Is your partner enjoying themselves? Is the partners enjoying themselves? I don't kink shame everybody. There's like 5 of y'all I do kink shame. But for the most part, we are here to just have that conversation and make sure that everybody is being respected, loved on, taken care of. And it's a good, healthy time. Because I don't know about you, I was never given a talk.
Not thoroughly.
Bro, I didn't even get that.
Talk was, don't do it.
Right. Just don't do it. No explanation. And then that put me in some very awkward, squirrely situations. So it's all about safety and just making sure that you are taking care of yourself as well as your partners. I done made a whole bunch of noise. I'm gonna put this out in my face. But
we got the noise producer on, so make as much noise as you want.
Okay. So, Miss Yita.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to the sofa.
Because I know she got to read me, right?
No, that's for a different one.
The last time we left off, we was talking about My husband telling me that how much energy
Yes.
That's how
Energy.
I'm left drained. Yeah.
That's actually what kicked the inspiration for this
Yeah.
one. And we are sorry. Well, I apologize. It was on me bringing this late to you guys because it was originally supposed to be a V-Day show, but I had some personals I had to take care of.
And
So,
that's okay.
but better late than never. I got
Yes.
gifts for you guys. So where do you want to start? Like, do you want to touch on that energy thing? Because that's a really important thing
Yeah.
too. Like,
Because I have an issue with understanding how it, not understanding how it's transferred, but why it's transferred in their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he gaining and I'm losing?
okay.
So that's what I want to know. I'm just gonna grab my. I'm sorry, because it's making noise.
Okay, so at this time, not to get in your business, I don't know how much business you want to put out for everybody else, but um we run the show in the background.
Yeah.
But would you say that he's the dominant one that's
Yep.
and he's outputting the most
Yep.
energy household wise, right?
Yep.
At the time.
At the
Currently.
time.
Because it fluxes, guys. Like
Yep.
this isn't I don't know how your life runs. If you guys have traditional roles, you have to be mindful of your dynamic.
Yeah.
You're a very flex dynamic. So right now he's the one that's running the show, right?
Correct.
So with that being stated, you are that charging post. You are that energy. You are that refuel, that fuel. And it feels very, very siphoning from your behalf simply because you unconsciously is putting so much into him. Because maybe you feel on a sideways, like maybe because we all do it. We all get in our heads. Maybe you feel like you're not appreciating him as much, even though you vocally say it and you do show it.
Yeah.
But we have those little niches of just
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not taking care of them. Sex is such an intimate bonding experience, especially when you really do enjoy your partner. So even subconsciously, the inner spirit, that inner woman, that inner feminine, because like I said, I don't shame nobody. So how your dynamic works, that inner femininity is taking care and showing that appreciation through your sexual acts. And so it could be a process of you not being mindful of how much energy you're actually pouring back into them because you're just really excited to not only be bonding,
Yeah.
but be showing your appreciation and your affection and your love towards them. On top of, like I said, just being siphoned because he is pulling so much. It could be that he's exerting so much out that it actually like goes over your cap. Like maybe you only have like this much, but maybe he only has this much, but because he's the one running kind of double time, he's exerting this much. So not only is he draining half, but then he's taking more from you as well.
Yeah.
So you're feeling overexerted.
Yeah.
You're giving more because you really want to make sure that you know, don't forget why you're with me. I'm gonna remind you why you're here. Like, So I would just say for something like that, like embrace it.
Okay.
Because in a way that's like kind of like a compliment. Like, oh, I'm gonna take what I got and I'm gonna take a little bit more. And I'm gonna take a little bit more. So it's kind of like an indirect compliment to your work. But also be mindful of how much you're also putting into. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be because like I said, it goes both ways. But don't be afraid to speak up and say, hey, can you service me a little bit more? Or you can do it very sweetly like and be sure to let them know, I really enjoyed it when you did this.
Okay.
And then tell them, like, I would like for you to do that more. Because subconsciously, indirectly, if you really, really enjoyed it, that was power being put back into you. That was stimulating your energy.
Okay.
So you're able to ebb and flow if you can pinpoint the things that really get you going.
Okay.
As you give back to them. So that is how I'm breaking down where you are right now.
That makes a lot of sense. That just gave me a lot of clarity.
Yeah, because it is jarring because you're just like, oh, I'm so tired.
It's so much energy, and it's so much energy transferred during sex.
It is, but it's not a chore though.
No.
It's not a chore.
No.
And that is
We,
what
and we often treat it like that a lot.
we do, because it's really placed on our shoulders, especially if you are in the feminine female role
Yeah.
to service the husband or the wife, whatever it is in your
Yeah.
dynamic. You are the servicer. But at the same time, you have to also be getting serviced as well. A car will only run as well as you take care of it. So I need to get lubed too. I need to go to the Jiffy Hub too. I need you to pop this hood and get me, so I can continue running those extra miles that you want me to run. But if I ain't got no gas, we ain't going nowhere.
No go.
No. So it's changed the mindset a little bit. Like you said, he just be draining me. But that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. He's enjoying it. He's devouring that energy.
Oh, the way you say it, just make it sound.
And that can only
like bored.
Girl, because I'm staring at them strawberries. I'm waiting for us to get to a point where I can justify grabbing a strawberry. But seriously, he's devouring and he's refilling himself. And that is only power that can be found in a goddess. Because men, women, whoever,
my collar,
don't get refilled when it's a perpetual cycle. That's why it's a cycle. That's why they're jumping, because they're not satisfied. They're not satiated.
Ooh.
So
she dropping some gems, y'all.
Be mindful of your energy. If you're feeling yourself getting a little pulled, flip it a little bit. Hey, well, I'm gonna lay down for a minute. How about you come over here? And don't be afraid to switch up the positions during it. If you start on top, roll around. Maybe finish on your backside. If you're on the backside, maybe finish on top. If you started flirting in the kitchen and it was a little bend over, maybe take that bend over and then transfer it upstairs. Don't be afraid to get creative. So many people get so stuck in their routine.
Yeah.
And they get so stuck with what they know.
Yeah.
If you are on top and you are getting tired, one, we're going to have to talk about how you're bouncing, because you shouldn't be getting tired. Like, unless you just really going at it, but like, you really shouldn't be getting tired. So we may have to talk about your positioning, but flip off, make it cute. Go down, give a little kiss, pull them into you, roll them on top, take a break. They don't even realize you didn't switch to power play.
Yes.
So that you can breathe. They don't even realize you did that. All they know is, oh, they're about to get it. Because you didn't change the energy. You are in charge of how that energy moves. So if you feel yourself draining and getting siphoning, don't be afraid to kind of like say, hey, I need a break, or I need a refill, or I need something for myself. But mainly, 100%, look at the things that you really enjoy.
Okay.
And compliment them on that. Because then they'll start doing it more. And without even recognizing it, you're getting refilled while still keeping that passion and that flow of energy between the two of you guys.
Interesting. Yes. We just getting a couple minutes into the segment.
And I already got gems for y'all. Just wait till after dark. This is intimacy. Girl, I'm about to take strawberries. Let's go. But this is intimacy. No. The fun, like I said, you guys have to come back for the after dark session.
Yeah.
But this is a bonding and an energy exchange. It's currency. You got to keep things flowing back and forth. So, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I got some shit to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Some experimenting to do. Yeah. Some switching up in the routine.
Yes.
Just so I won't be completely drained in the end, because like you said, that energy exchange should be enjoyable for the both of us.
Right.
Where we're both left feeling equally
correct.
Yoked.
And again, that's not to say that we don't enjoy it. It's just sometimes we don't know, especially if we're not sexually informed, exactly what it is we need. I had a very rough entrance into sex life.
Okay.
So it was very I was a doll. Like, I was just like, whatever you want, like I was very dollish about it. And it's really only recently that I've come into myself that I'm like, you know what? I don't like that. But I
Yeah.
do like that. And I don't like that. Like, I actually really started paying attention. Luckily, when I was discovering this about myself, I had a partner that was actually attentive.
Okay.
So that helped a lot. It
I'm
helps a
sure.
lot when
I'm
your partner
sure.
is attentive and actually trying to meet you halfway and not just a taker.
Yeah.
Um, and then like so after I like realized, okay, I'm safe in this current relationship enough for me to branch out and explore myself and my sexuality with them. It opened a lot of doors and a lot of things started to make sense. And all of a sudden, the disconnect and that chore of having
Yes.
sex with my partner suddenly became something that I don't want to say I craved, but I had something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed because it was both of us. I'm spending time with both myself and
And
him.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because oftentimes, well, I'm not oftentimes, most of the time in long-term relationships and marriages,
Mhm.
sex is looked at as a chore, especially with the woman.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah.
It's an obligation.
Yeah.
And it is sadly something that's really taught to us, especially if you grow up in a religious household, of you are their property. So that,
I
and
don't like that.
you don't, but we don't, because we don't say it like that.
Yeah.
But it is ingrained.
Yeah.
So we have that obligation to service our husbands or our wives or whoever, because that's how we were taught. Especially, don't let them be the ones to pay the bills and like you're not contributing to the household or whatever. Bruh,
It's the least you can do.
like, sir, this house is big as hell. If I gotta clean it, if I gotta raise these kids,
I'm working too.
I'm working. Yeah, don't. And I was like, and I have a job. Like, no, like,
it's a full-time job,
right,
especially with kids.
right.
And multiple kids with different personalities, it's another show.
And you expect your dinner to be on the table, hot and ready for you by 6 o'clock, and you want me washed and ready for you to take this at 7, sir. Sir, ma'am.
Is there a game on?
Right. Look, and that's my biggest thing. I was off topic. If I figure out what makes you tick, I will deliberately put that on to grab their attention so I can have a breather. Don't.
Well, I love it. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing
Nope.
wrong with it. You're not doing anything unethical.
Nope.
You're not.
Because we all having fun.
Yeah.
I'm breathing.
With that.
You're watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me time to, try to meet that expectation because you're not meeting me.
Yeah.
So, and we don't want that. I don't want you guys to have that type of I don't want to say animosity because it's not quite that, but I don't want you to have that type of like turbulence in your relationship.
I like that.
Yeah, like it should be something that you both look forward to and not something that you have to like get yourself in a mindset for.
Yep.
After everything's said and done.
I mean, because transparent moment, it's been times where I've just came home and came in the door and he was in the kitchen cooking and busted down.
See? Sometimes
it could have been a song that was on the radio that got me in the mood. I'm like, I can't wait to get to my man.
Look, I came in listening to a song because I was like, I'm not going into a bedroom, but I'm coming into a space where this is what we're talking about. My song, Rihanna, Skin. Ooh. No shoes, no shirt, no skirt. All I'm in is just skin. I want to feel your skin. Yes. Connection and touch is really, really big on me. So whenever I need that confidence boost of, I'm gonna get some later. That is my go-to song. Do you have a girl? That is the setup.
The setup.
Do you have a go-to song for that?
I have a couple of them.
Oh, okay, good.
I know everybody not R. Kelly fans, but yeah, I like R. Kelly Sex in the Kitchen. That's my song.
I'm just you right. Not everybody R. Kelly fan. I'm just saying. Song. If the mind telling you one thing.
I'm telling you, I mean, you can put off R. Kelly and get it all night.
You can. That
all night.
I will say that he has a very sensual playlist.
Yes, he does.
For reasons as we discovered. But he has a very sensual playlist. And believe it or not, Janet Jackson.
Anytime.
If you dive deep under her main, I want to call it mainstream because she's not really mainstream, but
no, she's not.
If you dive deep under her popular songs, the ones that everybody knows, and actually listen to her albums. She's a very sensual,
She is. The
intentional.
way she
deliberate.
moves, though,
Yes,
her energy is sensual.
it is.
Like I don't even go that way, but Janet Jackson
Oh,
make me fall in love.
pull me up on
It's
stage.
just
I'm
her
a
energy, like, oh baby.
but see, but that's a goddess at work because, like you
Yes.
said, even though I don't go that way, you can appreciate that energy.
Mhm.
There are many of baddies
Oh yeah.
that I'm just like, I don't go that way, but she could get it.
She's bad. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Like me and my husband, I took him to Hollywood one year for Father's Day. And we were at a bar and we were having a Patron tasting, a tequila tasting.
Oh, that's my friend.
And the chick behind the bar, she's a white girl, she was bad. She was bad. And I told my husband, I was like, look at her.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to look.
God, look.
He didn't want to look.
Partners, if we're telling you to look,
it's okay.
We need confirmation because like, we're feeling a type of way. Like, I need you to look. I was
like, her ass is big. I was like, I'm sure it's not hers, but whoever did it did a good job.
Damn, the thighs matched.
She looked good. Do you hear me? She was a white girl.
I love it.
She looked good, so he was like,
I love it.
I'm like, look.
If we tell you to look, we're telling you for a reason. Look. Like maybe I'm wrong. Like, look, please.
I was not wrong. Sister was serving body that day. Do you hear me?
And that's another thing too. If you have a healthy, trusting relationship and you guys know who you are as a couple and everything like that, guys, you don't gotta be afraid to look. Yeah. Girls, you don't gotta be afraid to look. It's not a trick. Yeah. We're not gonna tell you to look and how dare you? Yeah. If that's the case, that's a different segment, and you need to call me because as a couple relationship coach, I have some questions.
Like, not right.
Something is a little off here. What did you do? What did they do? Like, yeah. we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Trust between the two of you guys. But please look. Please look, because I'm looking, and I don't want to hear. Oh, I should have looked. You should have.
So I need to ask you your take on this when we're talking about the transferring of energies during sex. Mm-hmm. What about people with multiple partners willingly? Open relationships, threesomes, foursomes, orgies.
So
how healthy is that?
Shout out to one of my favorite units that are based out of New York. Okay. I found them. So I think I told you, and just to let you guys know, I used to admin for a BDSM group. Now that will mostly be spoken about after dark, so I'm not going to touch on that side here. But I met a piece of the unit in that group, and we were talking. It is a unit of 5. Okay. 2 married couples, and then they ended up swapping, and now they're in a commitment.
Oh wow!
The thing is, and it's all, and then they just added the 5th last year. I think she's like her first year in.
They all live together?
4 of them do.
Oh wow!
So this is what I have to say to that. Okay. Not everybody is into polyamorous relationships or things like that, but it has to be an equal exchange, just the same as it would be if you were monogamous. Okay. A lot of, especially today's mentality towards that, from what I'm seeing, because I'm used to people legitimately being committed. It's not just having multiple partners. You are in a commitment. Okay. Now, every dynamic and every setup has their own different rules. Some people have contracts. Some people are just casual. It really depends on how you guys are flowing. But in regards to that, I would be very intentional on your communication, your openness, and just clarity and intention. Yeah. Because it's not only energy, but it's safety and it's respect. I don't know if you saw on TikTok, there was a young lady who was very upset because she had contracted a disease. No. And she was devastated because she was just like, my dating life is over. But I feel for her. I really do. But my question to her was, Why wasn't you practicing safely
Yeah.
if you knew you were having that many multiple partners? And I asked that same question even on a spiritual aspect. This womb,
Woo!
especially for
We getting into it
women.
now, y'all. Hold on. Let me refresh
Should we
myself.
crack the wine?
Listen, quickly.
Quickly. Which one you going
It
for?
was time. It was time.
This womb is creation.
Yes.
All of our stability is down here. Our roots, our solar, our brain just skipped. But those three dominants. Wow, my mentor gonna fight me on this one. How do you skip one? But those three dominant lower levels are your stability. That's why they're sitting in that base. But your womb and your root, most definitely, where creation is had, where energy is held. You need to be intentional on who is having access to that. That is a portal. That is a gateway. That is a creation of life. It takes the tiniest amount of data and creates a whole human being. So, on that aspect, what do you think the energy is doing? If you are in a multifaceted relationship, is what I'll call it, because polyamorous is a commitment. It's not just something of, oh yeah, I'm poly because I got all these boyfriends and girlfriends and I can sleep with whoever I want. No, polyamory is a commitment. Fight me on it. You won't win. If you have a multifaceted relationship, as in you are just out and about and calling it whatever because you want to have access to whatever. And I'm not shaming. If that's what you're doing, be intentional. Like if you're just out having fun, then this isn't a conversation for you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you because it doesn't just stop in the bedroom. There's probably a lot of things, a lot of aspects in your life that are not in alignment. So this conversation is not for you. If you are just out there in the streets, by all means, do that. I hope you're getting paid. Like, if we're gonna do that, at least make a bag out of it. Dang. But if it's something that like you're not fully committed, but you are aware of who is entering in and out of your circle. Like I said, just be very mindful of that energy because if you take on someone who's toxic or if you take on someone who's not being honest with you, not only are you opening yourself up to being, um, having your life ruined like she did, but you're also taking on all of those traumas and those angers and that negative, nasty energy. You're taking it into you. And like I said, especially women, because we hold everything here. We feel that. Have you ever been with a partner who maybe was a sweetheart, to you, but in the bedroom, they were a little aggressive?
Yeah.
Like they really let go.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a kink. Like it wasn't like, oh, let's get down. You can feel that anger. You can feel them take it.
Uncomfortable feeling.
Yes. You can. It was almost as if they were taking it out on you.
Yeah. It's like being violated.
Mm-hmm.
Violated.
Whether you allowed them in or not, it is a violation. You're violating my energy. My energy is not matching to what's being felt. 3 pieces: mind, body, spirit, or soul, however you want to name it. Just because my body is responding, that doesn't mean everything else is in alignment.
Yeah.
And how many times have we had that situation? And then we're just kind of like stuck. Kind of like left, like, damn, why did I do that? Like, dang, why? That didn't make me feel good. But then you have that toxic energy flowing through you now. And then you have social media and you have your girlfriends or your guy friends, whoever, telling you, oh, that's the best kind of sex. Regardless
Absolutely not.
Yeah, regardless of how it made you feel, you go against intuition and now you start embedding that toxic energy into you. You start convincing yourself this is the best kind of sex. And it's not.
How do you release that?
You got to be honest with yourself.
Okay.
You got to get away from those partners. I seriously, and hey, call it what it is, but take a celibacy break. Detox yourself.
So important.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much your relationship strengthens.
Yes, especially if you're in a relationship.
Break.
Yep. Take a celibacy break.
Oh my God.
It's not
one of the best things I could have.
It's nothing against you.
I didn't say he wasn't doing what he had to do when he went to the bathroom, but baby, I was cleansing,
Mm-hmm.
soaking in my sea salt.
Mm-hmm. Because I need to refresh.
Yep.
I need to breathe. I need to get whatever
And I
this is
felt
off
that.
of me.
I felt that just like when you've eaten too much greasy food or fast food, you feel like you need to detox. It's the same feeling. For women that pay attention to their bodies, they know it's the same feeling.
Yep, 100%. Take a break. Detoxic. Take a bath. Go touch grass.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up a self-working book. You know, spend time with yourself. If you can't keep hands off, keep everybody else's hands off of you. Get yourself a rose or whatever and spend time with yourself so that you can start feeling good about yourself again.
Mm.
And then that will definitely 100% let you know whether or not that energy was matching yours or not. Because sometimes you just not feeling it.
That's true.
And you do it and you're just like, so it's like not that deep. Like it really isn't that deep. But if it's something that constantly happens and you take a break and like you do it with yourself or you do it with someone that you actually do trust, like a different partner, especially if you're in a multifacet and you see how they make you feel compared to how that other partner made you feel, strongly heavily suggest you break that toxic connection.
Okay.
Because that's where addiction comes in. You know how toxic dick?
Mm-hmm.
Keep running back to the toxic dick because it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
That spiritual bond, them ties, let it go. Break it. The only way you can do that is to disrupt that energy and get away from it. You have to stop it.
What about those women and men who can't? Because I've been told before, it's hard to leave you.
So you have a succubus on you?
Well, I did.
You have an incubus? I think, I know. We were talking about
that.
Okay, that's different. That's different. No, not that one. Not that one. I meant in physical form. That's a different conversation. That's for a different show. That's private talk. Y'all are not a part of that. But I run faster because the same way that you said that the husband was draining you, they're draining you, and there is no return on that. So if someone came to me and it wasn't like my partner just flirting and it being a good intention of like, I just really can't leave you alone. If it's like eye contact and you can tell, guys, stop ignoring your intuition.
That's so true.
You can tell in the tonality of how they said it. I just can't leave you alone.
The hair stand up on your back.
Run. That is not a compliment. That is not a compliment. If anything, it is a blessing in disguise because there is nothing for them but the energy you feed them. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about your day. They don't care about your career. They don't care about what's going on in your life. They may have the conversation, but it's just enough conversation to knock you off of your intuition to get you wherever they need to go. You are an energy source. If they can't leave you alone, I would highly step back and ask them why. And if they cannot explain without sexual innuendo why they cannot leave you alone, run.
That's the issue. Because you hear a lot of young girls on Facebook, Instagram, he can't leave me alone. I got this.
Why you let him in?
This snap.
Why you letting him back?
And then you know what even worries me more is that they feel like violence is it.
Don't get me wrong. Come back to the After Dark show. I love a good chokeout. That's one of my kinks. Don't get me wrong. But
you don't want your ass whooped.
I'm about to say I love a good spank. I was about to get there.
You want your ass violently beat and then fucked. Excuse me.
It's okay. We're 10 minutes in, so it's allowed. But yeah, I don't. It's word of mouth. It's what has been told to us. It's trauma passed down through our chain.
That's true.
Because, well, granny and mom got their ass beat, but they kept coming home to the family. That's not, no.
Granny got 12 kids.
Thank you. And grandpa got a whole second and third family.
Oh, yeah.
A whole second set of kids, a whole third set of kids.
More than.
If you even know of them. Like, it's not It's the glorification and the idolization of that thug love. Because obviously you love me if you can't leave me alone. And that goes on a whole different branch of self-love, self-acceptance, what love actually is, what your perception of love is. That's something completely different that translate into sex. That sitting here and saying, I got that snatch, he can't leave me alone, and then you're battling with your fellow sisters
Mm-hmm.
over someone who was literally draining energy. He don't care about neither of y'all.
Yeah.
You're both energy post to him. And now that you both are going at it, now that me and you are going at it, that's an even bigger ego boost. All these women want me. Not
And
even
that's how it goes.
Mhm. Oh, everybody want me. I got girls chasing after me. That's not a good thing.
So for men, sex seems like,
hmm
I don't want to say a chore, but part of their routine. I don't know. Most men can be as loving, as passionate as you need them to be, as you want them to be. But then when they get in the bedroom, it's a different thing.
I'm trying to word it properly.
I think you should just say that shit.
Well, I'm trying to find words then. Because I'm not a man.
That's
And
true.
I can't, I mean, the show Think Like a Man or the movie Think Like a Man. I can only give my idea towards it based off of just conversations I've had. Um and it comes down to how their brotherhood is and how the people around them interact. You attract what you put out.
That's true. I say that all the time.
So if you start hanging around or find yourself in a circle of dogs, no disrespect, but for this scenario, if you find yourself in a circle of dogs and all they're doing is chasing after bitches, sorry, YouTube, you're going to fall into that mindset of, I don't have to respect this girl. And here's the crazy thing about it, a lot of men actually don't like that mindset. They really don't. They keep up the facade because that's what their brothers like. And if I don't act this way, if I don't get the cat, if I don't have a roster, then my dudes are going to punk me. And all of a sudden, I'm gay. I'm this, I'm that. You become all of these negative annotations that make you less than a man. And our society is very, very hell bent on be a man.
Yeah.
And what do we hear? Especially even now, no respect to mom, but I hear it even now. She's like, men are going to do what men are going to do. What the fuck does that mean?
I hate that.
Like, what does that mean?
I hate that thing.
Because it just clumps everybody into one thing. So growing up naive, growing up in adolescence, I expect you to cheat on me.
Yeah.
I expect you to not be I expect you to not be shit. I expect you to do what a man is gonna do. Right. Men are gonna do what men are gonna do. Now that I have stepped back and healed and kind of look at it, I'm just what is that?
Bullshit.
Like what's the answer to that? Like, what do you mean men are gonna do what men are gonna do? Because I know some great men who show up with flowers every night. I know some great men that shoot a text message that just says, be ready by 7 o'clock or meet me here. I'm running late, whatever. So does that mean that they're not a man?
Nope.
Does that make them any less than a man? Like, what does that mean? So I would see it for the male perspective, at least as a female, coming in to defend them and kind of shield them a little bit. Because girls, we be on our bullshit. Okay? Because I be on my bullshit. So we be on our bullshit.
Yes, we do.
But to kind of interject and shield the brothers here for a little bit, it's not only the expectation of society and their brotherhood to get it done, but it's also the imagery that we as women also put on them as well.
Interesting. We gotta get some brothers on this sofa,
yes,
y'all, to talk about this
because
we need to hear from you.
I have come across many of men who do not like being treated the way that we treat them. But they don't have a say because the second they say that, we turn our backs on them.
Mm.
You ain't a man. You gay. Oh, he a little fruity. He ain't
Yeah.
for us. Like, we turn our backs on him.
Yeah.
Especially women. We become their biggest enemy. And you know, our word is gold. The second we set fire to something, all of the girls know it. And then all of their girls know it. And then next thing you know, brother ain't got a prayer. All because we
That's
didn't,
so true.
all because he didn't pissed off one girl up the line.
That's so true.
Mhm.
That's so true.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of healing, and it's a very deep
But
conversation.
in the interim,
hmm
women respond to sexually based off emotions, right? They respond sexually based off emotions.
I would say that we're more emotionally connected than carnal.
But men aren't that emotional when it comes to sex.
Yes and no.
Or is that just what we are taught to believe? That they have a one-track mind, they think with their penis, and
both.
when it comes to sex, that men aren't,
Both. It's both.
Okay.
Because when I started, the partner that allowed me to explore, he was a little carnal. He was a little carnage monster. And I kid you not, I put his ass in a bubble bath. Get sensual a little bit. Tap into that softness a little bit. And it wasn't that he was against it. It was more so like he was just kind of thrown off. Like he was just like, men don't take baths. Bro, get in the damn bath. I don't know if anybody has seen the Friends episode where Monica was like, I used all my best stuff. I made you a bubble bath. And then like she said, I'm gonna use your phone here. Like she brings out, she's like, and I have a boat for you. She had a toy ship. So it's a boy bath. Whatever she could do to get her husband, or I think they were fiancés at the time, in that bubble bath. And he's laying in the bath and he's actually enjoying it. And then he catches on that he's enjoying it. And he goes, but at least I have my ship because I can't be seen soft and feminine. I threw that child in a bubble bath and I used all of my best stuff. He took a good ass nap afterwards because he was relaxed. And then it was very sensual after that because I had broken down that masking and that shield. Men love intimacy. They especially love it when it comes from their partners because they don't get it. Men don't get touched. You and I can go in for a hug and nobody will think nothing of it. Men can't hug their brothers. And if they do hug it, it's got to be very manly, clap and pull it in. Yeah, bring it in. And don't hold longer than 1 second. Like, men don't get touched. Men crave being touched. Do not be afraid to touch your guy. And you know he likes it because when he's laying here in your lap and he's just having a day and you start doing this, you start rubbing on that back, start playing in that hair, give it a little tug. That's being sensual. Men like being touched. They're just not allowed to say it. Because if they tell us that, they're like, can you be a little soft with me? Bruh.
Then they'll be judged.
What's going on with you?
Then they'll be judged like they're not human.
Right. So men actually do enjoy that.
I never thought about it that way. And I'm glad I asked that question.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of women out there, or men, need to know that.
They do. Like, seriously, offer a massage. Don't even make it sexual. Just be like, can I give you a back rub? You know? And they're going to be like, no. But it's the fact that you are intentionally touching them. And then you can spin that into something sexual if you want to. You can give them a little kiss on their shoulder, on their neck, take it back and take it down. Now, no, you're a dude. So don't go slipping fingers. Like don't
you mess around, get blew up against the wall.
Right. Like you're not trying to startle them. But give some massages, give care. Self-care and aftercare and partner care are 3 very important things, especially when it comes to sex.
Self-care, aftercare, and partner care. Can we touch on those 3 things?
So self-care, obviously, is going to be making sure, like I said, loving on yourself, knowing what it is that you like so that you're not catering or people pleasing with something that you don't like. If you don't like it in your butt and you know you don't like it in your butt, stop doing it.
Just made me clench my cheeks.
I'm just but seriously, stop doing it. Like you're not a bad partner because he wants to do it that way and you don't. And if it becomes an ultimatum of, well, you never do what I like, you need to come see me after this podcast because I have questions about your relationship. Like it should be a mutual respect. So if
Yeah.
it's something that you don't like, stand firm. Create yourself a yes no and a well hard no yes, like soft no and a yes list, a green light list, and share that with your partner. Things in the middle I'm willing to try, so it's going to fall either way, but if it falls on a hard no, bruh, it's just a
It's
hard
just
no.
no.
It's
Yeah.
just no. And don't try to slip it in. Don't try to get me on them tequila shots. Don't like the answer is no, because if you respect and love me, then why would you do anything to hurt me?
Yeah.
And that hurts. That hurts
Oh hell yeah, that hurts.
when you're not into it. And it also hurts the spirit and the body because now, like I said, you don't respect me, and it's just, and there's nothing more daunting, and it becomes a chore of, well, let me just get it out the way. No.
Yeah. Like Celie on The Color Purple.
No.
She was just laying there.
You ain't treating me like that.
But if you read the book,
No. I did not read the book, actually. That was a solid
was
no.
amazing.
Okay, I have to read the book
The
then.
book was The Color Purple book was amazing.
Okay.
So in the book, she had sex with Suge.
Ooh.
She considered her sexual experience with Suge to be her losing her virginity.
Because she took care. Partner care.
Yep.
Perfect segue into
Yep.
that. And aftercare as well. Check in on your partners. Have that conversation. Aftercare, especially if you go to the After Dark show, that's really, we're going to touch on that because we get into BDSM and that more pressurized sex talk where you can kind of be left feeling like a shoe, depending on what's in your guys's dynamic. So aftercare is really, really big for taking care of your partner after the sexuals have started.
Okay.
But partner care, the same way that you are discovering yourself and discovering what it is that you like, ask your partner. This is outside of the sexuals. Ask them, did you like it when I did that? Because I really enjoyed that. And if they're just like, yeah, that was okay. Then you could kind of like gauge, like,
yeah,
maybe I'll try it again. But if you're really, like, maybe she's not really feeling it. Maybe they're not really feeling it. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Or if you're just like, if you ask him, like, did you like when I bit at your neck? And they're just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know there was a spot right there.
bingo.
Jot that down. Because not only is that helping you, or not helping them, but that's helping you. Because now when you in the kitchen at the stove, I can pop up on you in that spot. Because you told me where your lines are. I probably use this reference a lot. But friends, again, the number 7. When Monica, she makes a note on teaching the boys on how to help a woman. 7 was the G spot. But they're the guys are like, I just go for it. And she's like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
So she draws out a woman and she like numbers spots. 1 is the lips, 2 is the neck, 3 is the the chest and stuff like that. And it's hilarious. She's up there. She's like, so we're gonna start with a 1, a 2, a 5. Because now she's thinking about it in her head, and she goes through how she would like a man to touch her.
Okay.
And then she gets to 7.
That's a good exercise.
And she's like, 7, 7, 7. But she went through all of these numbers
like the shop for us
to get her to 7. Yes, exactly. So check in on your partner so that you can essentially create your own list. All right. She knows that I like it when I grab her from behind. I'm going to kiss her on the neck, and then I'm going to spin her around, and then I'm going to run my hands to her hair and give her a little tug, and then I'm going to whisper in her ear while I'm biting on her earlobe and ask her if she wants to go do something. You don't have to ask me at that point. You like, why are we talking? You got me in 1, 3, 2. So let's go 5, 6 so I can get 7.
And then you score.
And then we got 7. So it's that's partner care, that's self-care. Then like I said, you guys have to come to the after dark session if you want to get into that aftercare, because like I said, that comes in after I've been tied up and we've done wax play and like
Oh my
I'm a
God.
little bit
Did you see me a couple? Me a couple. That movie with the paint scene. I really want to do
Oh,
that.
I didn't even put that two and two. I don't know if you know it's on your feed, but everybody want to paint
Yes.
that way now, and I'm like, where did that come from? Like,
I really want to do that. It was like that scene was amazing.
yes.
You can like see the energy transfer in that thing. You really could.
And that's a movie.
Yes.
So imagine how that would be in real life, how that translates
Oh
into
my
real life.
God.
So
I probably have lead poisoning.
there isn't even lead in paint anymore. I'm still in a strawberry. What? What? No. I'll probably have lead poisoning. Are you licking? Are you licking the paint? Like,
there's no telling how it goes down. You know, when you get in that mood, sometimes you just lose your whole train of thought. Yeah, you go buck wild. I got some other questions, but we running out of time. I'm gonna save them for after dark because those questions have to do with steaming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that for after dark because that gets a little bit more.
Yeah, we're gonna say that for after dark. But my girl just started her podcast. Well, not started, but got it officially up and running.
We're having some major tech issues.
Let them know about it. It's on Spotify, YouTube. I saw the link before we went live.
Yes. So this has been a painful passion project, but where we have these conversations, we get deeper with it too, because we'll have more time. But it's called I'm sorry, the strawberry. It's called the Chaotic Sync. Now, chaotic is spelled with a KH. And I did that deliberately because I don't know if you guys are aware, but we're going to get a little bit numerology and spiritual with you. K is the 11th letter in the alphabet. KHAOS, chaos, actually means the gap between earth and heaven.
I just got chills.
So not only are we talking about spirituality in those aspects, but we're also talking about mental health and wellness, as well as, you know, kinky things and stuff like that, because mind, body, and soul all work interlocking with each other. And these are conversations that we need to start having. So we just officially, finally got through the ringer, officially launched the trailer before I got here. Super excited. You can find us at RSS. We are located on the podcast index. Just got approved on Spotify. Just got approved on Samsung Podcast. We are on YouTube. And I'm currently waiting for Amazon to get their butts together because we will also be listed on Amazon.
They'll hit you up by Monday.
I am so sorry for my Apple users. I am still teetering. I'm probably not going to do that.
I'm never going to get one.
But you can find me everywhere else, as well as blackgrandbohemian.com. We will also be listed there as well.
My sister, y'all. Don't know.
I was
can't wait to get up in her stuff.
I was screaming. You know you coming.
Because she gonna read me. That's
I got questions. I got questions because
I'm not gonna give it to you on my sofa.
Because that podcast over there. Because that podcast is me getting in y'all business. I have questions. So thank you so much for that. I'm super excited for that. And we're busy. Like, girl's been busy. Black Green Bohemian is on the move. So please be sure to like and follow us on our socials. Literally, that's the handle. Black Green Bohemian, all one word. I'm sorry, Black Gray Bohemian. Take out the N. But you can't miss us. I've done a lot of work to make sure that you can find us. So even if you just a little bit off, we will pop up. Just look for that heartbeat and that moon symbol. By the time
this segment is re-edited and everything, we'll have all of that information for you guys flashing across the screen. So you will have the correct information, the correct links, and you can go do your due diligence and follow my girl and check out her work because she's amazing.
I'm trying to be.
I wish you guys were here with us. The energy is amazing. I can't wait until after dark.
I'm excited. That's going to involve an outfit change.
Yes, because I think I'm going to wear cat suit.
And I have toys.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you guys how to, not the toys, like we know toys, but some crops, some lips, some cuffs, some ropes, some blindfolds, the type of toys that you guys probably looked at and would like in your box, but you're not sure how to implement it into your life. That is what we're going to be working on with After Dark.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So you guys make sure you tune in and catch us. That will only be on the Sofa with Lil Sonya on YouTube and Spotify. After Dark will not stream on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram.
Nope.
It's gonna get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get dirty. So you have to catch us over there, you guys. But we will do a trailer and a promo leading you to us. And it will be in the very, very, very near future.
Yes.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. This has been a pleasure as always.
I had fun. You brought the heat.
Ooh.
I feel like we gotta do a part 3.
Yes.
Like there's just so much.
Yes. And we have game show we're working on.
Yes, I'm excited for that.
And I got us a male that's down to work with us.
I saw that.
Podcaster, yes.
Okay.
Another podcaster. Shout out to Levi. He's gonna jump on board with us.
I saw him. See, I was eyeing him, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing.
He's gonna jump on board, and we're gonna get this roll. We're gonna get it together. We still need 4 guys and 4 girls.
Okay.
So you guys hit us up at on the sofa with Lil Sonya at outlook.com, or you can hop in my DMs. I don't care. I mean, I can either ignore you or respond. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
And we're done.
I loved it.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that game show, mostly.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'm bringing all the weird questions.